If you have been looking at the Dogecoin chart lately and thinking, this looks pretty dang familiar, well, you are 110% correct about that. Get ready for Dogecoin to skyrocket to $3.92 as we see this pattern forming that could cause that next major leg up for Dogecoin. Take a look back here toward the very beginning days when we saw this first initial major Dogecoin spike. By the way, we covered this live, the only Dogecoin YouTube channel at the time, at the very beginning, and staying through till this entire run here, and then it going absolutely parabolic after that. But as you look at the way the chart actually formed all the way back then during that first major spike from around half a penny to around 8 or so cents, you can see a very similar pattern forming as it goes up with that first major run, a bunch of green candles in a row on the hour chart, then after that falling back down again to a significantly lower level before doing that next run once again and then coming back down and staying level for a long time. Now as we go look over here, we can see, what did Dogecoin do? This major run with a ton of candles that were majorly green in a row before what? Coming back down again, and then what happened right after that second leg up on that second Dogecoin major run before, what does it do after that? This leveling off again, where we're waiting for that next run and being patient here. And as we zoom out, you can see that actually looks pretty dang similar to that. And there's a reason why, because human nature tends to work the same way when it comes to investments. By the way, make sure that you are subscribing with the notifications on. This is the fastest growing new channel on all of YouTube in 2021, the best place to go for cryptocurrency news, whether it's Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu coin. We're starting to cover a little bit more now as well. This is the place to be. Notifications on to stay updated in real time, as we have had some major gainers. I'm about to show you some more with the chart here, but we've had some major gainers here on this channel. Take a look at this. You can see, if you had invested, by the way, Tiger King coin was one of the coins we talked about a long time ago here on the channel and on Twitter. Here's what you would currently have if you had invested in T King. A lot of us did. If you didn't, don't feel bad. If you missed out on this, all you have to do, notifications on if you want to join the Patreon to get access early. That's definitely a smart thing to do, or join super followers to get access early. But everyone gets access over time, as we are seeing some big gains happening, so don't feel bad. But this is what it is. 15,000 now makes you a millionaire from the first time we mentioned T King. 10,000 worth 655,000. Now 6,900 worth 451,000. 1,000 worth 65,000, and just $500 being put into it now worth 32,000. So that's pretty incredible what we have seen with that, and that doesn't mean it's over now. I mean, there's still a lot of room left to grow, so it's exciting to think about that, as we are also seeing some big things when in the news regarding Dogecoin that are leading to that doubling down of optimism here around a similar length of time too. When you look at that size of the first initial major spike for Dogecoin and then the second run on that leg, and then you look at the size of the tail after, the size of this tail proportionally is actually very similar. We may have to wait a little bit longer if we want to be exactly proportional, but it's not far off. We're getting close to that area, and we also saw during this leveling off here, higher lows continuing to happen as Dogecoin still had optimism, even though it wasn't exactly going crazy at that time. Higher, 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 just like we're seeing here, higher, 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 higher. Basically, this is just the bigger version of that. And so where did we get the number $3.92? Obviously, that is an astronomical goal. That's extremely hard to achieve. That will put Dogecoin up there with the likes of Ethereum in terms of market cap. A huge, huge, huge market cap around size where Ethereum is currently now. But that is exactly where Dogecoin is headed. Dogecoin, at this current point in time, has a market cap that's significantly lower than where it should be compared to the name recognition in the world, compared to the celebrities that are backing it. It is the most underrated cryptocurrency right now at the top by far. And that's not even really much of a debate when you know what you're talking about here. But specifically $3.92, when you look right here, and you go up to the top here, how much of a times gain was that? It was a 14x. We saw approximately a 14x with this second major run of Dogecoin. So with the third one, we could be about to see a 14x again. Also, if we go back here, what did we see? Around the same size x. We're looking at 14x's generally happening with Dogecoin spikes. That's what mania often leads to. And if we do see a 14x from this point here, well, there we go. $3.92 Dogecoin. And I get it. We got to hit 50 cents first. We got to hit $1 first. I know all of those things are definitely true, but the way mania works is it doesn't exactly take stops along the way. Once it starts going and those rocket boosters get hit, it is going to absolutely take off. I mean, that's what we're expecting here with Dogecoin. By the way, if you just came into the live, go ahead and take a second to press like. whatever the heck you do, make sure we are getting new people into the community. Without that, this community is not going to be nearly as strong as it is capable of being. So one like pressed equals one new person coming in, and the more of us that are doing that, the better it is for the community. If you have money in a cryptocurrency and we're talking about the cryptocurrency and you don't press like, well, that's going against your best interest. You want as many people as possible to see this live so that the name and the word can get out about the cryptocurrencies that we like as a community. It's the best thing and the smartest thing for all of us to do. The one easy way to participate, just tapping that button one time, really truly does help there. As we have a number of super chats coming in, let me go ahead and take a second to read these. Doge Elon Mars says Harry dabs. Interesting. Yeah, I've been taking a look at Doge Elon Mars. I have not invested in it because these are really risky coins and there's no guarantees it's going to do what Shiba Inu coin did. But nonetheless, it has gone up more than 4,000% in approximately the last week or so, I believe, which is pretty incredible. So shout out to everyone who made money on that. If you're considering, should I go in now or not? Well, you may want to look at going into a cryptocurrency with a market cap under 200 million, rather than going into one that already has a market cap over 1 billion if you're looking for that major high upside, or if you're just looking for a small amount of high upside and you really like what the token stands for and you want Doge Elon to be part of your portfolio, then why the heck not? You can make the decisions you think are best, and I'm here to help guide you along the way. And personally, I'm not investing in it. I'll just say that much. I will say that out loud. $3.92 cost of a little fries at Five Guys. Yes, so you'll be able to buy some fries at Five Guys with one Dogecoin if Five Guys is willing to accept it. Come on, Five Guys. What are you waiting for? When Dogecoin hits that price, we better see Five Guys accepting it, just simply to be able to carry out our dream of buying some fries with Doge. McDonald's, we're looking at you too. We want to be able to have those delicious potato salted items. I guess that's the way to describe it. We want to be able to buy them with Dogecoin. It's the way to go. We can eat the fries. We can do whatever the heck we want with the fries. There's some things you probably shouldn't do with the fries, but you can if you want because they're your fries. And another thing we have to keep in mind on a more serious note is that beware of the scammers. There's a lot of them. Take a look at this comment coming in on Twitter. My MetaMask got hacked, my funds stolen. Somebody under the name OpenSea Support with over 10K followers messaged me offering a promotion to approve my identity. I had to connect my MetaMask to a site. It seemed very legit. Don't fall for these people, guys. So they had their MetaMask wallet completely and totally cleared out. That's not the only scam out there. There are people in the comment section down there who are pretending to be me. Scam, 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 scam. There are people who will say they'll do these comments that they'll put fake likes on. So you may see comments right down there that have 50 likes, 30 likes, and say, go to this person for investing, or go to that person, or go do this. All of those are fake likes. It's fake comments. It's all scammers. A lot of them are based out of countries outside the United States. India is one that we're seeing a lot of the scammers coming from, but it's not just India. It is places across the world where people are trying to get your money. And so that's definitely a big concern that we're having to look at right now. And we want YouTube to be able to put some things in place that can help us stop it. But for now, it is what it is. Be very careful. Do not, under any circumstances, fall for scams like that. It's your money. Let's make sure to keep it that way. But one thing that definitely isn't a scam and is actually pretty dang awesome is, of course, Manscaped. Manscaped is the sponsor of today's show, so thank you so much, Manscaped, for coming in and doing that. Basically, the reason why I chose Manscaped is because this right here was my old shaver. You can hear it. It's pretty dang annoying sounding. It's not as powerful as this, and yet it's way louder, way less smooth. This is Manscaped. You can actually tell the difference right away. So it has the light on it, which I think is pretty dang cool, but it's way more powerful and also way smoother. You can feel it in your hand. The difference is pretty dang incredible, and it also isn't as prickly. So if you are looking at your downstairs Dogecoins or your face, whatever the heck you're doing, you're gonna want Manscaped over the typical products out there. There's a link right down there in the description. When you click it, you will see this. Congratulations, you're 20% off, and discounted free shipping will come because you clicked on the final stand link and it will be applied at checkout. You'll see that right up there and you can go and buy these. By the way, also skin safe technology, that is what makes it feel significantly better. Replaceable ceramic blades featuring skin safe technology are set back from the edge 3mm at precision and precision engineered for maximum confidence while trimming, and that includes, they say right on the website, below the waist. So they're very upfront about that. I mean, the truth is we want the best products out there and Manscaped can provide that. By the way, link right down there in the description and also the pinned comment, other products as well that they have worth checking out, including a nice cologne. As we continue to look at the news stories across the entire day, Kathy Wood, very, 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 very confident and optimistic right now in cryptocurrency, to the point where it's almost astounding what she thinks can happen here, but she has a track record of predicting what may seem impossible and then it actually happening. We're about to look at that in 1 second here. First, I'm going to read this chat. Keep on pumping Doges, Matt says. Marcus, how are you, Matt? Are there any news about NFT and Dogex game and decentralized integration? Everybody stay safe with Doge. And greetings from Germany, coming from Marcus. Yes, the Dogex metaverse is continuing to be built out. A lot of huge things happening with that. Dogex baby is coming soon. A lot of work going into it. But Cathie Wood saying right here that she predicted this, that Tesla was going to go from $300 to around $4,000. Now she's predicting that $500,000 Bitcoin is going to happen. And she's not just predicting it, she's putting a lot of money with her investment group, ARK Invest, into this prediction, putting it into BTC and other cryptocurrency related funds and investments. But look, so Tesla is now at approximately 1,100, but we have to keep in mind, with the splits actually factored in, the real value of Tesla compared to when this prediction was made is approximately $4,000 or so. So Cathie Wood predicted a $300 stock would go to $400 against all odds, which it shouldn't have happened. Tesla stock should not have gone at that high. The reason why is this. Right now, Tesla stock is at $1,114, and you compare that to this down here. It has a revenue of $13.76 billion. So think about those numbers. $13.76 billion versus an over $1 trillion market cap. Pretty dang crazy to think about. The profit margin, 11%. So think about that. They're making $1.6 billion a year in profit, and yet the company is valued at not over 1,000, but close to 750 or so times that. And I just did that math off the top of my head, so hopefully it's right. But I mean, that's pretty crazy that we see Tesla being this valued. But here's what people did not think about when it comes to Tesla. It's not really about profits. If you look at Apple and you compare it, Apple is worth the most valuable company in the world right now, and they're making approximately $81 billion in revenue per year. You compare that to Tesla, significantly less. They are also making way more profits with a significantly higher profit margin of 26%. So right now, Apple actually, according to that, does deserve to be here. Tesla does not deserve to, but it's not about that for Tesla, and that's the entire point we're getting at here. Tesla is that high because it is basically turned from a typical investment into a cryptocurrency-like investment. People are not buying Tesla because of the value of the company, even though that's a part of it, and Tesla is a very valuable company, and it's going to get more valuable, and there's a lot of cool things happening. People are buying Tesla because they think the value is going to go up, similarly to buying Bitcoin. I mean, what's Bitcoin's revenue per year? Well, you don't use that metric because it's a cryptocurrency. It's not a company. So just like the same thing that we have to apply with Tesla, can Tesla stock go up? Well, it absolutely can if the mania starts to continue and if we see people buying it because they think other people will eventually pay more regardless of any of the other metrics. So shout out to Elon Musk for being able to build this. Obviously, underestimating him is not ever a good idea, but at this point, it's not underestimating. I mean, that is definitely giving a ton of extra credit to Tesla if you're looking at the metrics wise. If not, then it's still awesome to see that. So shout out, if you put your money in Tesla, do you think, is it a good idea to put money in Tesla now? If you're asking that question, the answer is probably not. But then again, it hasn't been a good idea to put your money in Tesla since it was valued at like 10 times less than this. And now look, it's 10 times higher. So the metrics, we have to kind of throw them out the window here. Maybe, just maybe, it actually still is a good idea to invest in Tesla. Cathie Wood, still optimistic, thinks it's going to go even higher, which is kind of crazy. But with Bitcoin, her saying it's going to go to 500,000 is a prediction that is significantly higher than a lot of people were even expecting. Because in order to see Bitcoin pass gold, well, it would have to do approximately 10x from here. And so that would be around where Cathie Wood is saying it's going to go. And that's just from Bitcoin. But the cryptocurrency market as a whole, for it to pass Bitcoin, it would be around a 5x from here, which means Bitcoin would be going to around 300,000. And that's the real accurate prediction for where Bitcoin could actually go toward the top side. 100,000, way more realistic of a prediction for this run. But in the end, in a few years from now, is 300,000 something that's capable of happening? Well, yes, it is. But Bitcoin probably will not go too much above that within this decade. Maybe after that, we could see it happening. But that is really toward the top side. So I think Cathie Wood is definitely being overly optimistic here. And unless somehow something crazy happens, maybe, just maybe, it's possible. I will say this, there's a higher chance of cryptocurrency going to that level than there is of any other asset in the world having a gain like that. But I think Dogecoin, Ethereum, other cryptocurrencies are going to take up a way bigger market share than Cathie Wood's predicting here. It's going to be significantly different than what she is saying, but still nonetheless cool to see optimistic stuff like that coming in. That's very good for cryptocurrency as a whole, because when Bitcoin's going up, that allows us to make huge profits from other cryptocurrencies down the line, especially if you're joining the Patreon or the super followers or the YouTube members. All three of those get access early to picks. Eventually, we also talk about the picks oftentimes on our channel too. But if you want early access, which is definitely the place to be, that's when you want to join. Think about that. $500 has now turned into 30,000, but the cost to actually join on Super Followers or Patreon is around $10 a month. So think about that. $10 a month, $500 turned into 32,000. This is not the end. We are continuing to find incredible picks like this, a ton of success all across the board. Dogecoin taking just 2 examples, and we're going to continue to do exactly what we've been doing strategy wise. And there's no guarantees, obviously, but we will definitely do our best to get some of those big hitters and the biggest swings once again. Obviously, it is definitely possible. There's no question about that. I mean, it's so possible, in fact, that you don't even have to wonder. I mean, it's just at that level now. Someone said, let's go, Brandon. Someone said, is owning 498.29 Dogecoins worth holding? Corey says, everyone liked the stream. Oh, I definitely agree with everyone liked the stream. That's a good thing. Is 489? Absolutely. It's worth holding because it doesn't matter what amount you are holding of Dogecoin. If you're participating and having fun with it, then you can see profits. You don't have to be a mega whale to love Dogecoin or to be part of the Dogecoin community. Even if you just have $100, $20, you're still part of the community. So yes, if you want to hold, it is definitely worth holding in my opinion. Anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.